So if you were to tell someone that's listening, says, "Oh wow, I want to find what's one practical way you can begin to become healed, elevated, and what other
Restored.
And restored? What's one practical way they can start that journey?"
Okay, I have a program, a step that I guess I use called the change of art, because you have to change the situation that you're in if you want to be in a better place. Art is something beautiful that we think about, and God made us all beautiful, even though we don't feel that way. So A, you have to acknowledge there is something wrong. R, you have to then remove those bandages, and then T, you have to treat it, and the other T is then you take your life back and you love on yourself.
Wow, that's really beautiful. It's really beautiful, because I think that you're using acronyms and using things that people can relate to. And so when people come through your program, how do they, what are the steps? I mean, do you have conventions, or how do people get connected with Herology? How do you benefit from it?
Yes, I have a women's movement. So I do work with women, of course. I have a women's movement. So people connect with me through Facebook, Instagram, word of mouth. We get connected that way. And I'm also a life coach. So I'm out there helping people, speaking life. I say I speak life into everything that lies dormant within.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I love that you have allowed your pain and your mess to be your message. At your lowest point, did you ever believe that when you were going through the loss of all those things, did you ever believe that God would be able to use what you were going through to become what it is right now?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I really didn't believe in myself anymore. I was shamed. I was just feeling so much shame because I didn't want people to know that I had a failed marriage. I felt like I had failed myself, failed my family, just failed, period. And I didn't want anyone to know that. So I thought that God couldn't use me. And then also on top of that, having the breast cancer scares, having to look at a wound that was there, I felt so ugly, as though no one would ever want me anymore. So it was definitely a process of thinking God would never want to use me and all the broken pieces that I had.
And the broken pieces have become something beautiful. Like you talked about art. You know, God is turning your mess into something beautiful. And so if there's someone that's listening who is in a place where they're at that point where they just lost everything, what would be one thing that you would say to them to help them to get up again?
God specializes in broken blessings.
Wow.
Everything that has been broken in your life, God can blow on that thing and create a blessing out of it. So embrace the brokenness so that God can put those pieces back together again.
So you mean we shouldn't act like everything is okay and just fake it until we make it?
No, I always say it's okay to say that you're not okay. The thing is, you have to admit that you are not okay.